Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Got room at the 35. Flying down the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Canes. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. First down here for the offense. Snap it to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Payne. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish, back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The give to the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one. Notre Dame right back to the line. They'll try to run for it. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to fire deep. And he's got it inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right there.
Give to the running back. Tackled, but he has a first down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
Fires left. Got his man downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. They'll go right back to the run. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Touchdown, Hurricanes! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. From the gun. Give on the inside. And the ball slipped out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Things did not go their way in ACC play last year. This year, an opportunity maybe to turn things around.
And we've seen people in this league turn things around. The ACC every year, it seems like, you know, like Reese, you always say, spinning that wheel of destiny. Who's going to be in the championship game? So it's not unheard of that you can have a bad season and turn it around. So, Jesse, a lot of examples to point to as they kick off this season.
Yeah, it is critical.
Touchdown, Canes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least... Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. And another huge play in the passing game. Shades of Golden Tate or Will Fuller. That yards per catch can be off the charts.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that can go deep and make huge plays. I tell you what, this Notre Dame offense can be so great. If you continue to find that guy and he keeps putting up big numbers, everything else for this offense will open up and it will be so easy.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made after the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Let's go. Takes the handoff. It's Bob. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
A nice job by this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin, looking deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Offense in an empty set. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away from the heat. Gets rid of it. Fires and picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got to...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
The offense set for a first down play. The run to the left. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Mendoza. Makes his connection. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll go to the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on first down. Fires one high and deep. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Takes it the other way. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Irish. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Guy can throw it. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they got him for the sack.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the second half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on 3rd down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Mendoza. Finds us back in the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Looking to move it through the air. He's taking the shot. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Arroyo. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. They'll try it over the left side. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
They'll turn to Martinez. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Fires downfield. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
The option look. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on 4th down. Quick release by the QB. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. To the ground with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 38, Miami 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. Shakes off the tackler. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one. Now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short. But the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking left. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Hurricanes are on the move. Here's the handoff. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Only reason you can think of for the onside kick here is they want to stick it to him. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A 1st down for the offense. Handoff to the single running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
He's brought down at the 21. Brings up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody...
He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it down the left side. Bulldozes him. The 10. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The handoff keep working on that clock. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Off play action on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. The give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here.
Just destroying his way through the field. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run it to the right side. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself. So I love the big fella getting the football.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Notre Dame right back to the line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Virginia Tech managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what...
He's going for it all. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll come out throwing on first down. He caught it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the point after is good. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt in the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He's looking to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's picked off. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.